This week we're going to try Vulpix, Arbok, and Pidgeotto.
Good.
Turned out a lot better than the last one. I think it looks very nice. Look at that tongue. We'll have to gate into the head so we get hot metal so that the tongue fills, hopefully. All we can do is try. I think he looks very nice. Another forest of supports. The individual supports remove really well, but all of these that are bridged together do not. This one's going to be a little bit tough to sprue. Yeah, I think I'll go right here and I'll do something to his head and to his tails, and we should be good. I thought that Pidgeotto was going to be harder to remove all the support from, but I think Vulpix is worse than this, but we'll find out. Well, look at his cute little toes. Okay, some of this is kind of hard. Look how much you can bend this resin before it breaks. Okay, these are a pain where they're all right next to each other because this is very rigid and the model is rigid and it's attached to delicate features. So which one's going to give first? The delicate features. Big difference. So these are scaled approximately. We don't really know what size they're supposed to be, but we're trying to get something close. In the games, they vary in size, just like real animals. So I think the best place is to sprue into his breast. There's less detail there, so that'll be easier to clean than the feathers on his back or head or anywhere else. So that's about the only option we have. Just going to cut a piece of this for something a little bit more substantial. I don't want his tail to stick past the end because it gets too close to the edge of the flask. And this is nice because when we pour in the investment and then vacuum it out, the bubbles will not be trapped by these features. If he was the other way around, there'd be a lot of places where the bubbles would collect. Yeah, I think I want them that way. I'm just making it up as I go. See if I can mount him there. And this way his ears should vent. Hopefully nowhere else will catch air bubbles. Mouth should vent. Should be good. It's perfect. It's empty. This is the programmer for the even heat treat oven, which I'm using as burnout oven. So the program goes as follows. It ramps as fast as possible to 300 degrees, holds for 3 hours. The second ramp is 200 degrees an hour to 700 degrees, hold for 2 hours. Third ramp is 325 to 1350, hold for 3 hours. Then it drops 600 degrees an hour to 1100 and it holds for 3 hours, and then we can pour. And we can pour 2 hours, or I have been pouring 2 hours on that last cycle. It doesn't have to go to the third hour, but at least that gives us a little bit of a window if we happen to sleep in. This morning we poured at 6 o'clock. This one looks like it turned out really well. The feet look really nice. Still going to be a pain to clean. Look at his tongue. I think that's fantastic. I'm very happy with the surface finish on Vulpix. And he's got a few little details that are going to be hard to clean, but I guess we'll see when we get there. He's got a little void on this side, but not too bad. Well, we'll cut them apart, see how they look.
On these three.
Pin polisher worked pretty well on the last one, so we'll try them on these next two. This is the second batch. This, I think, turned out better than the first one. And again, because of the larger size, they're a little bit easier to do. The details show up nicely, and they're easier to clean up. Arbok, we never threw him in the polisher at all because of his fine tail. or his tongue. His tongue is about 0.75 millimeters in diameter. We were just afraid that would get knocked off, so we left them. Really, the best thing to do with these would be to hand polish them, but we haven't gotten into that yet. But he turned out really well, I think. Vulpix also turned out very nicely. Very nicely. You can see his 3 toes. Pidgeotto turned out really well. His feet look really nice. You can see the outline of his feathers. I think so far these are some of the best results we've gotten out of all of them. So hopefully we can continue to improve, and, or at the very least, see quality that's this good.